Hello everyone, it's the TheCanadianWifier. I wasn't really happy with the quality of the video that I posted the other day, so as some of you might have noticed, I set it to private. It'll still be down below in the description if you wanted to take a look at it, but I wasn't really satisfied with how it turned out. Decided to redo it because there isn't anything quite as big as announcing the next generation of Pokemon. As you can see, the starters on the screen look incredible. Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie. They're all really, really cool. I came across as really cocky in my last one, which is part of the reason why I didn't like it. It's just widely assumed at this point that it's going to be grass and dark, fire psychic, and water and fighting. And if there are people like refuting this at this point, I mean, obviously it's their opinion, and those aren't set in stone types yet. But Nintendo has made it quite obvious. I don't know. There are proofs coming up in a little bit. It's a really cool move by Game Freak, in my opinion, because like all the starters are super effective against every other starter. No starter has a direct disadvantage against anything else. It doesn't really matter what you choose, which is really awesome. It's like a double trio at the start. Anyway, first off is the Grass Dark Chespin here, and as you can see in the trailer video that they posted, I mean that is a really obviously Night Slash against that Golurk, so. I feel that alone proves that it's probably dark type, so grass dark for that thing. Here's Fennekin. I feel bad for it because it's just going to be forever nicknamed after internet browsers, whether it be Firefox, Mozilla, or Google Chrome, because some people might want to do that, or IE. If it's like really slow Pokemon, I could see people naming it Internet Explorer, just whatever. As you can see here, a pretty obvious psychic move. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm going to say Psy Wave just for the hell of it, but yeah, that pretty much says Fire Psychic. And Froakie, he deserves more love. Like, this guy just looks cool. At first, I thought he looked really stupid, and in like 3 hours, he completely grew on me, and he might be one of. I don't know who I'm gonna choose, to be honest. I think I might buy the 2 carts just so I could trade them all over, and on one of them, I start with all the starters just because they're so cool. But in this clip, it looks like Submission, and it looks a lot more definitive when it's sped up as opposed to slowed down. Like, this is normal speed. So I left that sped up, looped it a couple times for you. I think that's pretty obviously a fighting move. So I think it's a really cool move by Game Freak to make a double starting trio, like double types, so that there's like 2 rock, paper, scissors trios. Anyway, here's the legendaries, Xerneas and Evidol. And I probably pronounced both of those wrong, but it's kind of relatively assumed that Evidol has some kind of dark typing to it. And I'm not really sure what the other type is. Flying just seems too obvious to me, and I don't want to say that. But as you can see, this is some speculation right here. But life type, why not? Pokemon hasn't introduced a new type for a long time. If we have dark, because it's pretty obvious, the one on the left there, Evidol, is pretty dark and just whatever. And the other one's kind of psychic, light, blah blah blah. Not light, but like it's more psychic, more upbeat. If they're, because I mean. Evidol there is pretty obviously a blood vessel, and Xerneas has neuron antlers, so I mean I could see Xerneas being like psychic and life, and then Evidol being dark life, but that's such a stretch, it's not even funny. Don't even listen to what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Life type would make no sense, but they're pretty obviously like real life things, which are really cool. It's more of like a dark theme to Pokemon now, considering it's about blood vessels and stuff. But anyway, they both look really awesome, and like I said, I could predict this one's type, like maybe dark and dragon if they just want to continue the Legends being dragon kind of thing. But dark for something, and then Xerneas, I literally have no clue. I mean, dark makes sense, but so do so many other types. So anyway. Oh boy. They made it really obvious though about the types. I mean, as a Gator said in his video, like,
hello, you made that so obvious.
Seriously, Nintendo, like you could have just told us if you wanted to make it that obvious, the starter types from the trailer video. I mean, it took, even in real time, like just watching it, you don't even have to slow it down, and you can tell that they made it really obvious. But it's kind of cool. One thing I would love to see out of 5th gen though is releasing the rest of the starters one by one, as opposed to like just going, okay, here are the rest of the 6, like all the stage 2 and all the stage 3, instead of just going and giving them all to us all at once. if they release them one by one each day, it'll allow people to speculate more and more. I think that'll be really fun because that's what Nintendo's building right now. It's just a bunch of hype and popularity, and they're building a big buzz around the game through all the speculation. So I feel like it would just help them if they released it one by one. But whatevs, you know. I just have to say, like, everything so far has looked amazing, and is basically the sole reason I'm going to go out and buy a 3DS. I mean, a 3DS isn't worth, like, Mario Kart 7 isn't worth, or Mario Kart 3D isn't worth $150 for 3DS, but Mario Kart 7 in conjunction with this game probably is. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. The global worldwide release all at once is really awesome as well, so that if you want to prevent spoilers in the game, you don't have to kind of isolate yourself from Pokemon for a couple of months while the Japanese players get it, which is cool. And on top of that, like, everyone plays through it all at the same time. There's no there's no like half enjoying the game and having some of the stuff spoiled for you, which is awesome. Just some speculation here. Second gen introduced spikes. Fourth gen introduced stealth rock. Maybe Gen 6 will introduce some new hazards, and if they do, hopefully a new way to eliminate hazards, otherwise they'd be really overpowered. Like, maybe give Defog the ability to remove it from both sides as opposed to just your opponent. That'd be really cool, because then flying types could be like pseudo rapid spinners. That's just getting crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Expect the battle that was on the second half of that video yesterday to be posted later. If there are people out there who still need convincing that the starter types are probably Grass, Dark, Fire, Psychic, and Water fighting, feel free to link them to this video, because I feel like it gives pretty significant proof to why that's true. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed.